Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing about union of two subspaces. In the previous lecture we discussed that union of two subspaces is not always a subspace. In this video we will be discussing a condition under which a union of two subspace is a subspace. Before starting the class, let us see some trivial case. Suppose this given screen is nothing but my vector space. Inside this screen, inside this vector space, I have one vector subspace W1, and inside this W1 I have another subspace of V, that is W2. Now if I make union of these two subspaces, that means if now I consider W1 union W2, the new set which is formed, which is nothing but W1, right? And this union W1 is a subspace. So this is a trivial case under which union of two subspaces is a subspace. In this lecture, we will be proving that this trivial case is the only case for union of subspace to be a subspace. That means we will be proving that union of two subspace is a subspace if and only if the one is contained inside the other one. Suppose I assume my V is a vector space over R, W1 and W2 are subspace also, and after that I go in that manner that I assume my W1 union W2 is a subspace of V. The claim of us will be to prove my W1 is inside W2 or my W2 is inside W1. Correct? I want to prove that according to our theorem. I want to prove that my W1 is inside W2 or my W2 is inside W1. To prove this, one way that we can think is, suppose I assume W1 is a subset of W2. Then we have nothing to prove. But if my W1 is not a subset of W2, I need to prove somehow my W2 is a subset of W1. That way of proving is really difficult, and sometimes I think we can't prove it out. So in this case, by observing the statement, if we go by a contradiction, whatever we have to prove, we will assume the negation of it. That means I will assume that my W1 is not a subset of W2, and since in the given statement we want to prove or, the negation will contain and I assume my W2 is not a subset of W1. If I assume this too, we know that since my W1 is not a subset of W2, we know that there exists some element X inside W1 which is not an element of W2. Similarly, there will exist some element Y inside W2 which is not an element of W1. So till now we know that X is an element of W1, Y is an element of W2. Hence, can I say X comma Y is an element of W1 union W2? Yes, right? And by our assumption, we know that W1 union W2 is nothing but a subspace. Subspace means what? It satisfies all the properties of a vector space. It's itself a vector space inside a bigger vector space, correct? So since I have two elements of a vector space, if I add them, the new element X plus Y will be inside that only. That means we can say X plus Y is an element of W1 union W2. Okay? Now we know that an element is there inside union if it is in either of them. Means either my X plus Y is an element of W1 or my X plus Y is an element of W2. It must be in either of them, right? There is no other choice. Okay. So if I go with the first case, means I assume that my X plus Y is an element of W1. Then from the previous we know that my X is an element of W1. Now in this case we know that X plus Y is also an element of W1. Correct? And W1 is what? It is a subspace. I have two elements, x plus y and x. If I subtract them, still I am inside W1 since it is a subspace. So if I subtract x plus y minus x, the element which is left is nothing but y. And after subtraction, I am still inside W1. Hence means what? I got y inside W1, which is a contradiction to our choice of y. Means this case is not possible. Correct? Since we assume y is an element of W2 such that my y is not an element of W1. But now we are getting y is an element of W1. So we got contradiction in this case. Similarly, you guys can prove if my x plus y is an element of W2, you get some contradiction. Similar pattern, okay? You will get x is an element of W2. It is really simple. So we got to know in both the cases, both the possible cases, you are getting contradiction. That means our assumption is wrong. That means the negation that we have considered is wrong. That means the thing which we wanted to prove is correct, right? So we prove that my W1 union W1 is a subset of W2, or my W2 is subset of W1. Either of them must be true, otherwise we get a contradiction. Correct? And other proof, that is a converse part, that is really trivial, but I have just wrote it. Other part is if they are contained in either of them, means if the W1 is a subset of W2 and W2 is a subset of W1, then the union is subspace. That is a trivial case. Okay? So this way, now we know union of two subspace is a subspace if and only if the one is contained in the other. Otherwise it is not possible. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe to my channel.